Hi everyone, this is Michelle Madden. I am here in Islip, New York, which is on the south shore of Long Island, about halfway between Manhattan and Montauk. And I work for the Little Peepers Forest Preschool, which is part of the Seatuck Environmental Association, whose page you're on right now. I am on the instructional staff here, and we haven't been in school for a few months now, and we're actually getting ready to wind down our school year this week, where we'll be saying goodbye to some of our peepers who will be moving on to kindergarten soon, which is bittersweet. And then in June, we're hoping to offer a few more online experiences for little ones. And my colleague Mary and I will continue to do our reading on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the month of June. So please feel free to come back and check us out. The weather is beautiful now. It's about 68 degrees here on the south shore of Long Island. It truly feels like summer has arrived. And I am looking forward to going out and taking some hikes with my kids and exploring. And so today's book, I thought was appropriate for that, is called Explorers of the Wild by Cale Atkinson. Now this story starts out with two separate explorers, both having their own adventures, and who may or may not meet up together. So here we go. Now the beginning, the opening, before you even get to the book, is all kinds of doodles. I don't know if you can see that. The cave maze, berry hill, little bear standing on cave. Tree bridge. This looks like might be a great egret or heron. Poison ivy, which we all know about. This seems to be what we call a nature journal, which is just a little sketchbook or notebook that you use when you go out to explore, go on a hike, and take a break and you sit and observe nature around you and draw pictures, make notes about whatever it is that you see or whatever inspires you. And so these are some samples from our explorers' nature journals. Spooky woods. Ooh. And you see you could do whatever you want. He's imagining a monster living under a log that he found along his trail. A moose. Biggest toad in the world. What else? Watch out for slugs. I guess this is his house. And he's made path marks to where he's journeyed to and what he's seen. So it's a little bit like a map he's made in his nature journal. Elephant Rock up here. Can you tell why it looks like, why it's called Elephant Rock? Kind of cool. So let's see if we can find out more about these sketches from our explorers. Here we go. Our first explorer, see him? I love to explore. Look at all of the things he sees. Can you see what he sees? There's some mushrooms up here. This looks like a log that's running over a stream. Perhaps it's like a bridge you could cross. Oh, look what is down at the far side of the creek or the stream. Sees the snake. Perhaps it's a garter snake. All kinds of plants. This looks like fungus. Some ferns. And now if you look closely under the log, what do you see attached to the log? Does anybody see anything? Oops. I see, let's see, all the way over here on the end is, let me get my bearings here, sorry. Anybody see that? Is that a snail crawling underneath the log? He's attached to the log, walking upside down. I also see something on the other side of the log, very small and red. Can you see that? Anybody know what that is? I believe that's a salamander, which we find lots of here on Long Island this time of year. They live under logs and they like it where it's nice and moist. I actually just saw something else for the first time. There's something else very small down by on the opposite side from the snake in the river. Bear with me. Who sees that little red? Who sees right by the rock? Is it another salamander? Possibly a frog. Lots of things to discover. And now we come to our other explorer. Exploring, it's my favorite thing to do. Now this explorer is a little bit different than our other one. Our other explorer looked like a little boy. This explorer appears to be a bear cub. And what is he doing? I wonder if he's in the same forest that our other friend is in. He looks like he's maybe looking at his reflection. Maybe he's fishing, perhaps. Something to eat. And he's enjoying it. There are so many neat things to see. Like over there. What are these? I know our little peepers probably know what these are. We had some of them with us last year. We watched them hatch from their eggs and grow slowly into beautiful bobwhite quail. So this looks like either a big quail and lots of little ones, or perhaps a parent, an older quail with lots of little ones, just going on their merry way. And our explorer friend is being very careful not to disturb them. And that's always important when you go hiking. It's wonderful to observe and to watch nature in action, but not disturb them. And that is a cool find. Now our other little explorer says there's so many strange things to find, like under here. So it looks like this explorer friend has picked up a log. There's fungus and mushroom on top. And what's underneath? Whoa! Look at that. Logs are some of the best items in nature to look under, to pick up and look under. And who sees? Could that be a salamander, possibly? And look at all these little white egg-shaped creatures. Anyone know what those are? I believe those are roly-poly bugs. We see lots of roly-poly bugs living under logs. And a little worm, of course. They look a little surprised to have had their log removed. And if you look at the log itself, we can see more roly-polies. What is this? Another worm, possibly? I know at peepers we usually find things like beetles and ants. Oh, and look at this. This could be, right here with all of these feet, some kind of millipede, centipede. And he's hanging on. And again, our explorer friend is just observing, right? He's just watching. He's not bothering them. He's not trying to pick them up or put them in his bag or poke them with a stick. He's just watching and letting them do their thing. And then I'm sure he will put that log down very gently. Our first explorer says, looks like he's been out for a while. It's getting dark. My parents tell me to be careful. They say you never know what you'll run into in the wild. So what are our friends seeing? Lots of bright eyes in the dark. Everyone see those bright eyes? Take a guess what those might be. I'm thinking owls. They're living, looks like they're coming in from the trees where there might be owls living. Perhaps bats. And then perhaps smaller creatures that live on the ground under the trees or in burrows near the trees. Could be any number of animals. But they certainly look spooky at night when you can only see their eyes. And let's see what our other explorer friend has found. Ooh, he too looks like he's definitely found, these definitely look like owls, I would say. And what's going on down below? Looks like he's climbing up a hill and it's getting dark with his walking stick. He's looking a little nervous, looking around, trying to be careful, and wondering what's out there. And both of our explorer friends are getting a little nervous. But, he says, I say I'm an explorer. And explorers are prepared for anything. Now, look at this. We're two explorers. And they're both showing us how it is they prepare to go out on their adventures. So our friend here, who has just discovered some rabbits hanging out under a tree, and he's showing us exactly what he needs to be an explorer. So we have camera to take pictures of things. Again, a good way to observe nature. This is the nature journal I mentioned before. It looks like he's writing about and making pictures of things he finds. Maybe those are the rabbits he's looking at right now. Of course, important snacks, so you don't get too tired and too hungry while you're out. You can work up a lot of energy hiking around and seeing wonderful things. You need energy. You need fuel. And this, I'm sure everyone knows what this is. Flashlight for seeing at night. For helping him get around. Now if we go to our other explorer friend, he's showing us a variety of similar but different objects that help him accomplish the same things. But this is interesting. Instead of a flashlight, he likes to use the light of fireflies to help him see things. And what does he see? He is holding up the fireflies to the light of the trees in the dark and can see the owls in their real form. They're no longer dark and spooky yellow glowing eyes. You can see all the fireflies flying around them, lighting them up. And again, look, he's gently just supporting one in the palm of his hand, but he's not putting it in a jar, shaking it up, or crushing it in his hand, being very gentle. And of course, he needs snacks as well. Looks like trail mix fruit. And now this is interesting. Our bear friend explorer doesn't have a journal with paper and pencil. Instead, Looks like he uses stones, flat rocks, and berries to record, write down, and draw what he sees outside. Looks like he has maybe drawn a picture of an owl, just like our other little friend drew a picture of a bunny in his journal. And this looks like a picture of a bunny in his journal. And this looks like some kind of vine or rope, which he uses, I believe, to attach his bag to himself. And in his bag is where he carries most of these things. So they are both prepared as explorers for anything. So our first friend climbs over trees. Look at all the wonderful things he's about to encounter on his walk. All kinds of vegetation, flowers, creatures, mushrooms, fungus. Beautiful trees. Oh, what do I see in the tree? Let me see what that is. Looks like a nest with a bird. So he's climbing trees. And our other friend is rolling down hills. That looks like a ton of fun. Another way to get around. And this looks like the ultimate rolling hill. There's no tree roots, no nothing, just soft grass all the way down the hill. He's even left a mark, right, where he's come down. That looks like fun. Here are explorers. They run and run until one day I ran right into, they're both running, enjoying the trails. Boom! They ran into each other. Oh boy. They each look a little nervous. They surprised each other. Their trails led right into one another's. Oh boy. Our first explorer friend says, I was scared at first. And our other furry explorer friend says, I was really scared. But then I saw we were both explorers. Look at that. They have a lot in common. There was no need to be scared of each other. And there may be much more for them both to see. Together. Together, we found things to touch. Look at all of those cool snails and mushroom and fungus. The snails seem to like them. Things to see. Ooh. Again, look, they're being very careful, trying to stay out of the buck's way. It's a tall male deer, adult male deer. They're just observing from afar. They're not going near him. They're not trying to pet him, not trying to scare him. They also found things to hear. Beautiful little robins, it looks like. So they're sitting, taking a break, enjoying the music, letting the birds do their thing. And even things to taste. Well, kind of. Can you see what our little bear explorer is tasting? Looks like a slug. And our other little boy explorer friend is saying, nope, I don't think so. Not for me. No discovery was too small to share. And no mountain was too big to conquer. They look like they're ready to do it together. This was our day. This was our adventure. It's always nice to share your adventures with someone else. We were kings of the wild. Look at that. So they climbed that mountain, made it to the top, and now they're feeling very powerful and strong like kings of the wild. And they did it together. I didn't want it to end, but I had to go home. Our friends are saying goodbye to each other. It's time to go. So I took a picture to always remember. He used his camera. The greatest explorer I ever met. And the bears used his berries to draw a picture of his new friend on a rock. And it looks like at the end we see their homes. You see, it's perhaps, I'm guessing that's the bear's home, cave up in the wood, up in the mountains, and the little boy's home, a cabin down in the valley of the mountains. And that is the story of Explorers of the Wild. So again, beautiful day here, and I'm sure around most of the country. In the tri-state area, it's a gorgeous day. Summer is definitely very, very close. So I encourage you to go out and be explorers of the wild, and observe, and even find a place where you can just sit and listen and look and maybe even taste if there are things that would be safe to taste if you're with an adult. But always, always leave nature as you found it. That's important, and we stress that at Little Peepers. So everyone enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Hope you can get outside, and even if you can't go on a hike, just enjoy the sunshine and the trees and the grass and birds singing. They're all enjoying the outside too. Okay, again, I'm Michelle Madden, and I'm signing off from Seatuck Environmental Association, and I will see you next Tuesday. And you can look forward to hearing my colleague, Miss Mary, read for you on Thursday. Okay, bye-bye, everybody.